Well, many of us like to cook our own meals. It gives us a sense of control. We always know what ingredients are being used.
But you may not know everything that is going into your next meal. In fact, you may be surprised by some everyday items in your kitchen that could be harming you and your family.
You scrub, rub, and wipe. It may look clean, but is it really? Studies show more than 20% of foodborne illness outbreaks result from food consumed at home. In a 2013 NSF International study, 14 kitchen items were analyzed for the presence of 4 different dangerous microorganisms. All 14 kitchen items had the presence of at least one, but which items are the worst?
Our microwave is pretty gross.
The toaster oven.
Number 1, the refrigerator water dispenser. It can have yeast mold buildup, which is a problem for those with allergies. Try using a vinegar water mix to clean with. Next up, rubber spatulas and blenders. Most people think putting rubber spatulas and blenders directly into the dishwasher is okay, but they should be disassembled beforehand, keeping your kitchen clean and family safe.
And your refrigerator's vegetable compartment and ice dispenser rounded out the study's dirtiest top 5. Some other items on the list include the meat compartment, knife block, and can opener. Another one of the biggest contamination problems in a kitchen can be Salmonella, a bacteria that causes gastrointestinal infections.
That's right. This can happen by eating contaminated food that has not been completely cooked, such as chicken. In fact, a national outbreak of Salmonella has sickened more than 300 people.
Scientists with Consumer Reports say they found an especially dangerous strain of Salmonella in the same line of Foster Farms raw chicken that's made more than 300 people sick in 20 states, including Virginia.
It can be very difficult to treat because some of the first-line antibiotics may not be available or effective in these people.
Toxicologist Dr. Urvashi Rangan says more than 40% of those who got sick had to be hospitalized. The Salmonella has been traced back to 3 Foster Farms plants in Central California. The USDA is threatening to shut down the facilities and in a letter told Foster Farms, quote, "Your establishment has failed to implement adequate control measures to address the prevalence of Salmonella." The company has apologized and urges consumers to cook their chicken thoroughly to kill foodborne illnesses like Salmonella. But shoppers like Laura Drexler don't understand why Foster Farms has yet to issue a recall.
I think that every company, including Foster Farms, has an obligation to the public to do whatever they can to ensure our safety, including pulling it off the shelves if that's what they think is in our best interest.
Some grocery stores aren't waiting, voluntarily pulling the contaminated meat off their shelves.
Foster Farms is negotiating with federal health officials on how to clean up their contamination problem. The contaminated chicken can be sold under other brand names but are tagged with the lot numbers P6137, P6137A, and P7632.
Now, the current Salmonella outbreak has nothing to do with Purdue or Mount Ayr Farms. 2 people have become ill in Virginia as a result of the outbreak. So far, there's been no one in Maryland or Delaware.
Now, here are some tips everyone should keep in mind to prevent the spread of Salmonella when it comes to chicken. First, food safety experts say washing raw chicken can actually spread germs from the chicken onto other food or surfaces in your kitchen. Avoid cross-contamination by making sure the chicken is stored in a plastic bag so no juice can leak out. Make sure you thaw chicken by placing it in the fridge or in a bowl of cold water. The water should not go above 41 degrees. Finally, as we mentioned earlier, cook the chicken thoroughly so the bacteria is killed. Use a thermometer to make sure. Experts say the temperature inside the cooked chicken should be above 165 degrees. And of course, if you missed those lot numbers on the packages, or if you want to read more about Salmonella safety, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
Well, something else that's important to pay attention to when it comes to the food we eat, those best by and expiration dates on prepackaged food. What do they mean? Are they different or the same? We break it all down, and you may be surprised to find how much waste these dates are causing.
A little later, we're staying in the kitchen for a recipe challenge rematch. 5 minutes, 2 recipes. Stick around to watch me show Lisa how it's done.
Oh, yeah, right. Plus, Halloween is only 2 short weeks away. From designing costumes to planning a party and decorating, we've got you covered. what you need to know to make sure your Hallows Eve is spooktacular. Bill Marvin Life will be right back.